And
so I was going over this Facebook this Facebook post that we did, and it was 5,000 people were
you guys
reached.
are live.
5,000 people were reached at like 2:00, and I'm looking at it now, and 8,339 people have been reached now. So we made 3,000 reaches or whatever in the span of like 5 hours.
That's a lot of reaches,
dude. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. When I think reach, I think toothbrush.
Oh,
it's because of the brand. Like when I always think about that when somebody says a thing, and like the first thing that comes to my head, like word association, toothbrush is the first thing I thought of. They still make Reach brand toothbrushes?
You know, I don't know. I'm not really sure. My mind went somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay.
Anyways.
Reach around. Reach around.
Shh.
Oh, sorry.
This is YouTube, damn it. You can't like I think they're cracking down on stuff like that. You gotta like wink. You gotta like I was watching.
Just try and cancel us, Mr. Tube.
Yeah,
I'd like to see you try.
I was watching something and
then it goes out like are you like instantly.
Pivot is 426 tonight.
426. Is it a new one?
Close. It's a new one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna talk about interest rates tonight.
Oh, interest rates. That's a good thing to talk about. That's interesting.
We were so close, Richard. You know what I'm saying?
What the heck? You just 6 seconds is all you needed to cut him off.
Yeah, that's all we needed. Man, we can trim that up 6 seconds, can't we?
Yeah, just trim it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could make it 4 minutes, 20 seconds, and 69 milliseconds.
Oh my gosh.
I don't get it.
That'd be that'd be nice. Huh?
I don't get it.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I just saw that on a cool T-shirt. I just repeated it. Have you ever told a joke before that you didn't know like the meaning, or you didn't know why it was funny, but like when somebody told it, everybody laughed, and like then you just like told this joke again, and you don't know why it's funny, but it made people laugh, so you just keep telling it.
Well, I didn't know the true meaning of the word chode for a long period of time. So I probably used that many times out of context. I've called my son a chode a few times, and now I know what it means. I don't use it anymore.
You didn't know what that means?
Like, no idea.
Up until a few weeks ago?
No, this was, when did I find out about that? It was, it had to be like a year or so, maybe 2 years. I don't know. Time just blurs together at my age now, but I did finally look it up on Urban Dictionary, and I was like, oh, I better stop using that.
Why?
Because I'd use it like nonchalantly in front of people. I didn't know that it was what it was. I'm not going to say what it is now. You guys can do that on your own.
You're like there's like some little old lady buying a puzzle kit from somebody or from the store, and you're like, yeah, and this chode right here, like check this.
Basically,
chode out.
yeah. Yep. Yes, that is exactly how that kind of went down. I also would do the same thing on. So when I was younger, I used to carry out groceries at Baker's back when that was a thing, and I remember this one time I got in trouble because the security guard had come in the morning. I never worked mornings. I was there at like 6 o'clock, and
yeah, you still don't work.
I don't work mornings. But I was like trying to be jovial with him, and I go, as he walked by, I go, stick him up.
Yeah.
And this guy freaked out. I almost got fired. Like
really?
I got taken into the back office, and I basically got reprimanded. It was just a bad joke, and I didn't know that was gonna, trigger some guy. But I guess if you're walking around with thousands of dollars in a bag and you're worried about getting, jumped, even though this guy had a gun,
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's fine.
You should tell that joke more often.
Yeah, stick him up.
I would.
Yeah.
There's this kid that works at where I work at, and he's always like doing like finger guns and like I don't know, just constantly trying to interact with me, and I hate that. Like, because I don't want to talk to anybody.
Right.
Like, just leave me alone.
I imagine that's one of the nice things about your job.
Yeah.
Like you just now that I've been there and I've kind of been able to peek around and look and see what you do for a living, that just must be just nice. You're just focused on getting those things measured and cut and built and you basically you're just left alone.
Yeah, usually until somebody needs something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've become kind of the go-to on some processes and things like that. The go-to becomes more the longer I'm there. So it's like I've been there for like 10 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not collectively, but probably more like 8 years or 9 years collectively. And it's like every year I have like another thing that I become the guy everybody's asking you about.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see
It's
that.
okay, but when you get an hour of questions and like everything I do is timed, like I have to like quote a job, so I only have so much time to do it.
Right.
Then I get like hours of questions on stuff or other bids or things like that. It's like, what am I supposed to do at this time?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's like, leave me alone.
Yeah. What's that part of Office Space where the one big guy he's I'm good with people. That guy. Can't remember his name now.
Oh, the guy that accidentally or the guy that got in that car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he won the lottery pretty much.
Yeah,
He's in like
he's got to jump to conclusions, Matt.
yeah.
He was also Picard's best friend in this Star Trek: The Next Generation episode where Picard was hit with a thing and he lived this entire life on another planet, but it only happened in like 5 minutes or whatever.
Oh, really?
I don't know why I know that. I just did.
Go forward, Keenan.
Yeah,
Huh?
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Reel.
Richard, yes, that's his name. You're right.
Did you like the original Star Trek more or the Next Generation?
I'm a next genner.
Really?
Yeah, but only because I was like 10 years old, 8 years old when the Next Generation started.
Yeah.
I'll watch them all, except for Voyager. I'm not a big fan of Voyager, but if it's the only thing on, I'll watch it. But I like the original series redo they've done with like the cool looking ship and a little bit of CGI in there, and of course, anytime that I need to go to sleep, now that I've got Netflix on, I Next Generation's on Netflix, so I'll just turn on one of my favorite episodes and then drift off to sleep. It's like a comfort thing. It like brings me back to when I was younger and everything was good and I didn't have any responsibilities in my life. And then I'll watch Deep Space Nine if I have to too. But I actually kind of liked Enterprise, but only because of is it Jodie? No, I can't remember her name either. I'm always remembering and forgetting names when I'm on here.
The Vulcan?
Yeah.
Jolene
Blaylock.
Blaylock, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. I liked Enterprise.
What do you prefer, Rich?
Next Generation, Deep Space Nine. The original series, Enterprise, then Voyager. No, I take that back. Voyager, then Enterprise.
Yeah, Enterprise's ending sucked. Like
that ending was horrible.
The last like 6 episodes of Enterprise pretty much ruined the whole series, in my opinion. You know, it had so much potential, and then they were just like, well, this is canceled. Let's just screw it up here at the end.
It started off a little slow.
Yeah.
And then after like maybe in season 2, 3, and 4, it just ramped up and got really good.
Yeah, it did. And then it sucked right at the end. I haven't even seen the new ones, so I don't know how we got on Star Trek, but I didn't have CBS Plus or Paramount or whatever, so I haven't even looked at one of the new ones.
We can just talk about Star Trek for the rest of the
time.
time.
Yeah, we can. We could. This could turn into a Star Trek podcast. Star Trek's just a little bit more cerebral than Star Wars. I like both.
Star Wars is a Western.
Yeah.
What do you think, Richard? Do you agree with that?
No,
statement?
yeah, that's a very correct assumption. That's
okay.
Star Wars.
I said that around
is a
some
space,
other people
is a space
before, and they were
Western.
like, "Oh, no way."
No, that's totally
Yeah.
what it
Oh.
is. It's a space Western.
Yeah.
And even more so with The Mandalorian. That's definitely a space
Yes,
Western.
that's definitely one.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm cutting
I've
you
only
off.
seen the original Star Trek straight through.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'm trying to find, if you want to watch, if you're not a Star Trek The Next Generation fan and you want to watch some episodes that
Oh, I've just never watched it.
the best of both worlds needs some
I'm not
context, but that's a
lying
good
about
one.
things I've seen, Alex.
I never said I was lying. I never said I saw Clerks all the way through. I said I know the pop culture references from Clerks. Doesn't mean I don't know what. I never.
Well, obviously you don't know them all because you would have got that hilarious joke that I made.
Yeah, I know. I missed some. That's true. I know. Well, whatever. Hey, we've been on for 10 minutes now. I'm talking about absolutely nothing.
How many viewers do we got?
Right now we got 15. Peter
Nice.
Renault's on here. Legend's on here. Jackson's on here. Riley Filbert's on here. Rod Case is on here. Looks like the Web Bros.
Yeah.
So if you're on here, give a comment and leave a like too. That helps the YouTube, whatever they call that. See, I'm like losing my head again. Anyways, it helps algorithms. Yeah, it helps people find us. So that's why you see all these YouTubers now. Leave a like and make sure you leave a comment. And the subscriptions don't mean jack anymore, apparently. So
Really?
yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna go and subscribe to.
I mean,
I
I think it does to the effect like if we ever wanted to get additional sponsors, we could show them, hey, we have almost 3,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There are 15 viewers. There should be 15 likes right now.
Yeah. Dang it.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, what the heck?
Bob Thorpe from the Pits. Just put howdy gentlemen on there. So anyways, this is Alex Sturgeon with the Hobbytown Hobbyplex, race director and officially second in command. With me as always,
Will Brinton, just an overall nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's my title.
Yeah, team associated driver.
Oh yeah,
our resident team associated, one of our resident team associated fast guys.
Yeah.
Ethan Delaire says, give me one good reason to like the stream and I will. Well, Ethan Delaire, you're going to get mentioned here in about 30 minutes when we go when we go over racing. And what other hobby shop in our general area does that on a weekly basis?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a good reason. Nope, I can't think of one. You better not like it.
As always, this show is brought to you by Pivot Lending Group. You can find them at pivotlending.com. If you mention our show, if you're going to do a refinance or home loan, which my wife and I actually have done, mention our show. You can get $500 lender credit or 0.125 off your interest rate. You can give them a call, ask for Don Zoller, or Aiden Olson's dad is always a good one.
Yeah, ask for Aiden Olson's dad, always.
Yeah.
Or Don, whatever.
Bob Thorpe is a dirt oval racer from Massachusetts. That's pretty cool.
Hey, buddy.
Massachusetts. Well, there's honestly not a whole lot to talk about this weekend. There were no national big races, were there?
There's a J Concepts race somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't do last week because it was Memorial Day, so I guess we did miss something. But did we talk about the Super Chip thing? The drag racing? So, did you watch that at all?
A little. I pretty much just tried to catch Jared Tebow's runs and the local guys when I could, but I was out in the sticks in my camper.
Oh, that's right. You were out camping.
Yeah. So I did actually catch a good hour. I think it was like the second passes or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. Round. I don't know. But I did watch some. And those, I used to call the ramp the disqualification ramp, like because if you hit that ramp, you're just disqualified. So I was like, don't hit the disqualification ramp. That or the Widowmaker. I called it the Widowmaker a few times.
Yeah.
That's one thing I need to start saying at the track more often is the Widowmaker.
Well, I got to design a Widowmaker, a new Widowmaker.
Yeah. The first one I was calling that was the that there's like this switchback chicane coming onto the straightaway, and you could straight line it if you're good enough.
Yeah.
One time I didn't turn enough, I guess, and I just sawed both front and rear arms off of my four wheel.
The Gatorback was known as a Widowmaker, wasn't it?
Oh no,
we had that?
No, I had another name for that.
Oh,
but I don't know if I can say it on here. Yeah, I better not.
Yeah. I watched the whole thing. I stayed up till like 3:30 a.m. in the morning
really?
to watch the final. You could tell Scotty Ernst was struggling. He was tired. He was like ready to go.
He's like, and there they go.
Well, they kept giving him breaks.
Oh, really?
So when you got down to these 8 people, then there was like a 40-minute break in between those races, and then when it got down to 4 people, there was like a 20-minute break between the 4 people in the final. And it's because they have to go back and they have to re-prep their car. They have to like jam a bunch of amps in their batteries and re-prep the tires and that sort of thing. So they got to give them time.
Yeah.
And a lot of the comments had to do. All the comments were mostly positive, but one of the comments that struck me the most was like, if they're going to make that even more mainstream as it's already getting, they got to find a way to condense that down somehow, or keep the racing going, because a lot of people would leave in between those breaks and never come back.
They need another class.
Yeah, another class would do it. That's for sure. I think that's what Scotty's going to do. Did you see Scotty posted his thing, his race?
What did he call it?
I don't know what he called it, but he put it on the August 29th, and guess what that is? Summer Series race, of course. So,
we'll have to find out what he called it, because when he was here for our race, I gave him a laundry list of names.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't remember what they were, but
I'll have to look for it. Yeah, well, I'll look for it. I'll actively look for it. But anyways,
somebody chime in.
I actually took my DR10 out and did some passes, and mine's pretty slow. I got some work to do.
You got like a 10-second car.
I have a 3-second car.
You have a 3-second.
Yeah.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't know, some of the races they were doing like
most of them were
2.2s.
Yeah, 2.2, 2.3. You could see the bracket going as they go. They got rid of all the 2.5 cars, then they'd race and get rid of the 2.4 cars. Then they'd race, get rid of the 2.3s, then the 2.2s, and then you had the really fast guys that were 2 seconds or lower.
Mm-hmm.
But
there was some sub 2-second passes?
There was a couple.
There?
Yeah, there's a few.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what my car would go into class wise, because I don't know enough about it, and so I'm going to learn. And I think I'm going to try to participate in one of the drag racing events around this area, whether it be in Sioux City, the 712 Club or whatever, and or whatever. I'll figure it out. But I'm definitely going to participate in one and learn how that goes, and then maybe we can do our own one day.
Yeah, if we did our own, I'd be more inclined to do it. I had one on order, and I was like looking at what the really fast guys are doing, and it was like, I'll just get an 8 scale instead.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Oh. Did you see Scotty Ernst? Scotty Ernst flew back to the Texas Biggie, which was the same weekend. So he did the announcing, missed all of qualifying, stayed up till 3:30 a.m. in the morning. Didn't he? I don't even think he slept. Got his flight back to the Texas Biggie, went and bumped into the A main, and I think he finished second.
Really, that's insane.
In some 8 scale class, it could have been Masters or it could have been regular. I'm to be honest with you, I'm not sure. And funny story to that, Steve McLaughlin, remember him, the Roar guy?
Yeah.
He's generally the Roar Tech guy almost all the time.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
Steve McLaughlin butt dialed me from the Texas Biggie.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten a phone call from any of the Roar thing, because I haven't done the Roar MT since 2017. And but I got a phone call, and I'm like, I don't know this number, and then I answered it, and all I could hear were the buzzing of 8 scales. Meow, meow, and I'm like, hello, hello. And then I hear some talking, and then I heard, and I kept hearing that. And so I stayed on the line for like a minute just listening to the sound of 8 scales buzzing by. I could tell what they were. It was pretty obvious what they are if you've ever heard one of those before. Anyways, so I hung up and I'm like, I wonder if that was Bob. I thought it was Ingersoll. And I looked at the messages and I'm like, God, this doesn't even sound like Bob. And then I still was like, oh, it was Steve. It was Steve McLaughlin butt dialing me.
Yes. So you know the rule,
Texas
like
Biggie.
after you race, like your car has to go into impound before you marshal.
Yeah. Yep.
Or whatever. Like at our Nats, like they had a new rule where, like, or a new thing Steve was doing where he was taking photos of all the cars and tech. So you couldn't say that, like, oh, I was here. Well, I don't have you here. That rule actually saved me from being disqualified from a round of mod truck because my car was there, and the photo he had was actually like I can't remember who it was. It was one of the local guys. I think he was holding up the wrong number.
Oh,
but it was the heat before mine.
Yeah.
And I was actually there, or my car was actually there in impound.
That rule actually got Emerson disqualified from
really?
From his second A main in 15 and under because he was pissed. So he just took his stuff back to the pits. He didn't even take it to tech.
Oh, I remember that.
And I was like, dude, they disqualified you, man. You got to take your car back to pits, like I told you. And
no, but I meant the photo taking.
Yeah, no, they were
like
doing that there too. And I said, because I was like, are you sure? And then Steve thought I was getting out of hand. I don't know, not out of hand, but like thought I was going to like fight it, which I wasn't. I was like, well, if he wasn't there, he wasn't there. That's on him. And he showed me all the pictures, and I was like, yep, nope. Emerson didn't take his car. Go ahead, because I didn't want there to be any favoritism.
Yeah,
or showing
like when anytime I see him, Steve always like puts his arm around me. He's like, and whoever we're talking to, he's like, this guy was so far the only guy that like this rule has worked for so far.
Yeah,
like his car was actually there, and I was wrong. Like he loves that he does that.
Yeah,
like takes the photos. But anyway, no, Steve's one of my favorite RMT guys.
Yeah, and one of the most consistent too, because you've always, but Bob had cancer for a while, so he was kind of out of it. I think he's back into it. But Steve's been basically the main tech guy for years now. I mean, when I started with the RMT helping out, I think it was 2013. I mean, he was the main tech guy, and he's pretty much there at every race. And that's a good thing about Roar is the consistency of that team.
Yeah. Steve and Jeff, super nice guys.
Yep. Speaking of that, we got regionals October 2nd.
Yeah.
For 10 scale off-road. It'll be 2 weeks after the last summer series. So the pacing is good there. And then I just signed up today for the 8 scale 8 scale regionals in Kansas City.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When is that?
June 25th through the 27th.
Oh, that's coming up.
It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday deal. So the scrappy thing is Tim is also going to be on vacation that same week. So both Tim and I won't be at the store for the weekend.
When are you going to go? Are you just going to go down like Saturday morning?
I'm going Friday.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I got Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. And Friday practice, and then Saturday 3 qualifiers, Sunday mains.
Well, I'll see if I have a truck by then.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, you could take your camper.
I
didn't even think about that. Is there enough people to shack up in there? Enough room?
For us, yeah, there'd be room for us.
Because I was gonna ask Matt Leibman if I could stay at his house.
Oh, okay.
But he lives on. But the problem is that Matt lives like on the other side of Kansas City, so it's like a 30-minute drive every morning.
Where can you leave campers in their parking lot, or
I think so. Yeah, they usually do. I see campers there all the time. The last time I went to regionals, there were campers down there.
I don't have a generator though.
Yeah, we could figure that one out.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right, I got to before we get to results, let's talk about something because this is really funny. Just because it gave us a it gave us something to talk about today. So, I'm just going to ask you. Well, hold on, because this is starting to get warm. I'm going to open this baby up. It's not going to make any noise. Oh, it did. Did you hear that? It was noisy.
Yeah, I did.
Nice. Oh, that's really good too. Anyways,
what is that you're having to drink there, buddy?
this is a Smirnoff Ice Orange screwdriver.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, what does no cash refunds mean?
Well, it means if you're getting a refund there, or if you're trying to get a refund, you aren't getting one in the cash form or any kind of debit, Visa, credit, MasterCard, or American Express return on fundage there, buddy. I think that would probably mean store credits coming your way.
That's about it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Because every once in a while we'll get a I didn't use cash, I used my card, and you're like, dude, that's not what that means. Like, why argue with me about it? And every once in a while we'll get that person that's like, well, that guy told me that I could get my money back, and we're all like, no, Like, you basically lose credibility with me when somebody says that to me, because I know for a fact that nobody would have told him that. I do give the benefit of the doubt that possibly what they asked was, can I bring this back? And our guys who are inexperienced, because that always happens, would say yes. However, what that person means is, can I get my money back? And what this person means is, yeah, you can return it and get something else. So I've always told our guys, our new guys especially, make sure that you stress you can only get store credit back. But I know I've been around when they haven't done that clarification and they just assume the other person means store credit. And I can see how that gets crossed up.
Yeah.
This one time, this lady bought like three, or she tried to buy like three different Pine Car Derby kits. Okay. And she brought them up and she's like, I'm going to buy these three, and then whichever ones we don't want, we're just going to bring back and get our money back. And I was like, nope, you can't do that. And then she tried to argue with me about it before she bought it. And I'm like, listen, you're not going to get your money back. So either choose one or just be aware of the fact that you're going to get store credit back for other stuff. And she just put it back and left, which is actually good. Like, we'd rather have that than have the fight afterwards when we have your money. Yeah. And then another time, this was really funny. This was right after so Roger used to be a manager when I first started way back in 2004, and I think he left in 2006, right? And he was the general manager, and he was really tough. He was a really good guy. If he told you to do something, you did it. He was really good at managing the part-time people that we have and stuff like that. And he was gone, and we were kind of on our own, and so I had to deal with all these people instead of the general manager people. And this one lady once, she's like demanding that I give her money back, and I'm like, lady, I can't do that. And she's like, well, I was told specifically that I could get my money back, and I'm like, no, that I'm sure that didn't happen. And she's like, are you calling me a liar? And I went, meh.
Really? Yeah.
And that didn't go well, but whatever.
Yeah. What happened? What happened after you did that?
She looked at me stunned. I remember her looking at me like I was like, maybe. And she didn't like that, and she asked to see somebody higher up, and I'm like, nope, I'm the guy. And then she just took her store credit slip and went out the door. Who knows if she ever came back? But I mean, at the time I wasn't as tactful. Nowadays I'm a little bit more tactful, I think. But I just remember that was really funny.
Funny.
This was also
what brought this up?
Oh, some guy on Facebook bought a servo and then wanted to bring it back for money, and he had to go online and he had to go on Facebook and complain about it.
Was it an EcoPower servo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I saw the post, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, I had to complain about it on one of the clubs, of course, and I'm actually pretty impressed, you guys. There's 20 people watching now, but I'm actually really impressed that we've actually had. Usually, what happens is all the Plex haters come out of the woodwork on these posts, and they just pile on, right? And the opposite has actually happened. I'm actually really impressed. Yeah, I've learned to ignore all that, anyways. But in this case, like most of them are like, "Yeah, dude, they got the giant sign in front of it. Didn't you read it?"
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is, and hopefully the mods on 402 Club will just delete the post.
Yeah,
anyways.
you hear that, mods?
Yeah. Oh man, I had something else in my. Oh, this was the first full week that I didn't have to wear a mask while working.
Oh, nice.
I was so happy. So happy.
Keep it up.
Dude, the mask thing just drive me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, I'm actually pretty impressed with myself that I haven't let my facial expressions show my disdain. That happens every once in a while, but there hasn't been anything to be too disdainful about so far.
Yeah.
But I was really afraid that because I got used to wearing that mask and just all day you know, and this week no mask. I'm just kind of chilling, just putting on that smile and cool. But I also think too that like the way that I interact with customers, I use a lot of facial expressions. So I think the mask actually inhibited my ability to empathize with people or to show somebody when I was joking around with them. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of block that. So I think also that helps too, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Either way,
I do know what you were saying.
Either way, I'm super happy. I walked in here. The recording studio didn't have a mask mandate anymore, so now I can just walk around like a free person. It's great.
Yeah.
Lincoln's had it gone longer than we have, right? Didn't they let theirs expire a little earlier?
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one little interaction at Casey's with one of the workers. Before the mask mandate was up, I was told by one of the cashiers in there that I don't have to wear it anymore. Like they're not going to like do anything about it or yell at me. And so I had grabbed. They actually had them in stock, so I had grabbed a couple Kickstarts and I was walking them. And I was like, "All right, who wants me?" And this one of the girls was like, "Not me. You're not wearing your mask." Me. And I was like, "Okay. I mean, I'm vaccinated, so it doesn't really matter anymore." And then the other lady who was nice, she's like, "Come on over here," and she rang me up and she even gave me a free cookie.
Really? That's nice of her.
Yeah.
Man.
For as upset as I've gotten at that place for not having orange Kickstarts in stock from time to time, I do get a lot of free donuts and cookies from them.
Yeah.
So I should stop being... I try not to be a giant tool when they're out of stuff that I want.
Yeah.
Because I know how that is on the other end, so...
How do you not have my favorite thing?
Yeah. Unless you're being a butt to me. Like if you're going to go, "We ain't wearing your mask," me. Then I'd be like, well, I mean, okay.
Yeah, that's like free reign for me to unload all this pent up rage that I have. right into the service industry.
Oh. Well, speaking of pent up rage, you want to talk about racing?
Yeah. The rage is a gift. The anger is a gift.
We had this was the first weekend in which Friday night beat Saturday for turnout.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that at all. And in summertime, you know, we're gonna have weekends like that. Especially now, because last summer was a little different because we had the pandemic going on and we were really one of the only places you could go to race for a little while. Yeah. So, you know, the large turnouts and stuff, you know, they're not going to last. That's why you never hear me like try to rub it in if we're having a really good turnout, because I know that won't last. I know that our time's coming, you know?
Yeah. Well, there's some places that we try to rub it in, but that's more between you and I.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I'm looking at the results. The Hobbyplex on-road Triple Crown race number 1 actually beat Friday and Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, obviously they beat Saturday if they beat Friday by 1 entry.
Wow.
But check this out, though. Friday had the most people, and Saturday Speed had the second most people. So that means that 17 people raced like 3 classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ran racing all weekend, Friday and Saturday, and then I worked Sunday. I was going to race my touring car, but I didn't feel like it. I knew we were going to be busy.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have felt like it either.
It's really difficult to try to do that and work, because you can't work on your car.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I can do is try to duck out of there if I can, go race, come back up, slap sauce on my tires, charge my batteries really high, and then wait, and hope that I get to go again if we're not crazy busy.
Yeah.
So Friday night we had 2 heats of Plex, but it got whittled down after, because some people leave. I mean, they're only paying $5, or they're racing for free. So we whittled it down to 1A main. And speaking of people leaving, my son and his 3 friends left after the first qualifier.
Really?
Yeah, they went swimming. I was bummed out. I was really bummed out. Josh McMullen took the win in Plex Spec. Eli Webb got second. Isabella McMullen, she's got that little bandit of hers running pretty good. Finished third. Ryan Nemec, it's his first time back in a while. They were ultra careful with the COVID stuff, so all 3 of them got brand new B63Ds. And they all 3 of them bought them from the Plex.
That's awesome.
Roger, and Ryan. So. Nick Rustermeyer finished 5th. Haley Irving, that's Cupke's girlfriend, finished 6th. Mm-hmm. Ethan Rustermeyer was 7th. Alex Eichler with his new buggy, he raced his buggy, finished 8th. And then Emerson Chestnut finished 9th.
Nice.
Yeah, so there were 2 boys named Emerson at the Plex on Friday. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
No.
Emerson, I remember Emerson was like super pissed at us once when he was 6 and 7 years old, because there was a family across the street and up that he was friends with, this kid named Mason, and his sister was named Emerson. He's
funny.
like, "Why'd you name me a girl's name?" And I'm like, "It's not. It can be either or, dude. Relax."
Yeah.
Like, chill out. There was a 13.5 wheeler class, and Jackson Anderson took the win in that one. TJ Williams finished 2nd. Then there was I think Logan Prismanis, I believe, is running a modified, finished 3rd. Ronnie Gwent was 4th. And then Jason Prismanis finished 5th. I think he was running a mod too, actually. And then Cody Kupke was in there, finished 6th. And then we had Stock Buggy. And Jackson Anderson took the win in that one. Cole Webb finished 2nd in front of TJ Williams. So those are those kind of youngsters, kind of teenagers, getting better all the time. Steve Wall finished 4th. Tanner Anthony came out. They finished 5th. Nick Chestnut was 6th. Garrett Spencer was 7th. And Ryder left. I remember he was him and his buddies left before the mains. They finished their race, and that was that. And then Mini Truggy, there was Ronnie Went. His truck's been looking really good lately. He actually had fast lap of the race as well by about a second over Nate Wills. Fast lap. Steve Wall finished 2nd. Nate Will was 3rd. Nick Chestnut got his running. He got a used one. I actually swapped him out some double Ds. So the truck that he got was an outdoor truck.
Yeah.
With a full set of green double Ds.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, they don't have those in stock, and I wanted to go to regionals. Well, it turns out regionals didn't have that. I thought they were gonna have 4x4 truck. They don't. Anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Can I have those tires?
Yeah, why not?
I might need them for my truck.
Yeah, you might need them. So anyway, I swapped them out a set of ellipses that I had, and then there was an Truggy class. You would have loved it.
Yeah, my shins hurt already.
It was what was it? It was Steve Wall And Logan Prismanis and then Nate Will was out a little early. The other two, Ryder and Caleb, again, they left. I think Caleb had the new Techno Truggy that he actually bought from the Plex. And got it all painted up and was out running it. And then so Saturday speed. So we had what would you call it? How would you describe the type of club race we had? It was super laid back.
Yeah, it was great. We need some more of those, please.
Just if we still had a full heat of mod buggy, that's so awesome about our place.
Yeah.
It did get whittled away because like Aiden left. Riley's car broke. Who else left that was running mod 2 wheel? There was one more.
Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell. And then Alex. Alex didn't run his either.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mitchell left too. That was weird. 13.5 buggy / mod buggy. So I put the mod guys and the stock guys together just to form a heat so that we had marshals. And Alex Vanderbeek took the win. Ethan Delaire finished second. They're only 4 seconds apart, so it's nice to see Ethan's car coming along. Jackson Anderson took the win. Riley was using, I believe, Caden Bairding's 4x4.
Yeah.
Finished second. And then Chance Rolk, Ronnie Went, Dustin Hosick. So there was a 13.5 class, and then there was a mod class. So Alex and Ethan and mod, and then everybody else was running 13.5. And then we had a small Plex spec heat. This was actually a pretty fun race. There were a lot of lead changes. Andrew Zhang took the win. Jace Hughes took second. Yahweh Penna took third. And Derek Mantle took fourth. And I believe it was Andrew's first time out. I was telling him up in the store this week, I'm like, you should come out and just race. It's fine. And yeah, it was good. 3 of those guys also had slashes. We did a slash-only backwards race. And it was them 3, and then I let one of the other... They're all Plex speckers. I let the other kid borrow my slash. Which, by the way, listen, if there's 22 people on right now. If you race at the Plex, or you're listening to this later, okay, the STS, Saturday Truck Series, starts in 2 weeks, okay, Father's Day weekend. Everybody should buy a slash, or borrow one, or trade for one. Let's all get slashes. And have that be our third or whatever class.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll race up to 20 of them at the same time.
That would be insane. I don't know if I could run that.
One big heat of slash.
Mm-hmm.
You could run it. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count?
No, it doesn't count.
Okay.
I ran stock slash when I was sponsored by Losi.
Yeah. I won one of the biggest stock slash races.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did.
Anyway.
Okay, stock buggy. We didn't have enough to split them up this week, so we threw Eli and Cole and Ronnie to the wolves basically, and they held their own. Jackson Anderson took a TQ and a win. Dustin Hosick finished second. Chance Rolk was third. How about Cole Webb? So Cole Webb qualified fourth in the first round. It held up. He had a terrible second round, but then came back in the main and finished fourth in front of John Bairding, Ronnie Went, and Eli Webb. So that's pretty awesome. Improvement going on with the Webb Bros for sure.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get better unless you race with better people. So that's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
And then we had Mod Buggy. And so Jackson, Riley, Rod, Mitchell, and Aiden all didn't make the main. So there was 9 of us.
Yeah.
And it got whittled down to 3. And I started on pole. I actually got a TQ.
Mm-hmm.
My second round was really good.
Yeah.
I had no crashes. I thought my tires were dialed. I could push my car slightly. And then in the main, I just didn't feel there yet. Yeah. Especially that first minute. The first minute just did not feel connected to the car or the track at all. And it shows. My fast lap was a 22.2. Yours was a 21.9, and Ethan's was a 21.8. So
Yeah.
So Ethan Delaire got around me third lap, I think. And then I think that same lap, I think you got around too. I
I just followed Ethan through, I thought.
I had to like correct my car or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then we just chased each other for 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you made a little bubble, let me catch back up to you, and I went for it. And then I took you out, and then I waited, as a good sports should be.
Yeah.
And that was that. You got second, I got third. So it was a good race. Still a good race. I mean, honestly, it was... If I wouldn't have ran India and took you out, we would have finished within seconds of Ethan. So,
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I don't know, anything could have happened there with that one. So it was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
So always another one.
I just spurred up some questions about the Traxxas Slash too, the stock Slash class. We'll go over it here in a little bit at the end. We'll get through this and then we'll take a pivot break and then we'll circle back.
Unless you want to ask a question and give us some.
Yeah, if you want to interrupt the show with a question about the Slash spec stuff, you can do it right now with a super chat. But other than that, we'll come back to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had some trucks, and it was weird. We had this. So it says stock truck A main, but here's what it was. It was a mod truck, a 13.5 truck, and a 4x4 truck. And we just put them all in together to get their time. So Vanderbeek was running mod 2-wheel truck. John Bairney was running 13.5 stadium truck, and then Ronnie Wint was running his mod 4x4 mini truggy. So technically, they all won.
Yeah,
because they're all in different classes.
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah, everyone's a winner, and that was a Friday. I even went and had a beer with you guys afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I didn't really. It wasn't a beer though. It was one of these pansy drinks.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, whatever. And then we'll correct. Real quick, we'll talk about on-road. So again, the most entries out of the weekend, which never happens with on-road, but it did this week. And I couldn't watch any of it. We were busy. We actually had a really busy Sunday again. Sundays are always busy.
Yeah.
I mean, Saturdays are always busy, but like Sundays are crazy busy. Sundays are usually busier in the first hour and a half that we're open than Saturdays all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Usually there's like people waiting outside the door because we open at noon.
Mm-hmm.
They're all getting antsy about stuff. Okay, so we had the Tamiya TCS spec A-main. So these are their TTO2s with, I believe, a 21.5 non-adjustable brushless, or you can run the stock motor that comes with these kits. Jim Hungate took the win. Mark Borgatti finished second, and Mason Ebner finished third. Usually there's more than that. Usually there's like a full heat of those. USGT, this is their class I would have raced, but I didn't feel like it. I need to buy new tires for my car. I just didn't feel like buying new tires.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Ken McKinney taking the win.
Nice.
Mike Clement finished second. Dennis Reardon was third. Tony Cook was fourth. And Chris Tyler was fifth. I was bummed out. Tony Cook got like a whole stock buggy off-road setup, and now it's all on Facebook for sale.
Who did?
Tony Cook. Oh. I hope I didn't do anything to like tick him off. I thought it was when he was coming up to get stuff. I don't know. I can't think of anything either. Anyways, maybe he just didn't feel it. It's kind of like off-road and on-road guys. Like sometimes I just don't feel like racing on-road. It's probably the same way. Euro Truck. I did actually catch the end of this race. I just happened to be looking down on the track. Mark Borgatti finished second. So these are those TTO1 to my championship series Euro trucks. Mark Borgatti finished first. Tim Ski finished second. Barry Eveland was third. And Mason Ebner was fourth. Listen, Tim Ski should have won this race. Like, Tim, he does that thing where he like gets around you and then he'll wait because he just wants to race. He doesn't really care about the actual finish. But he busted a move on Mark on like the second to last corner that if it was me driving, I would have been like, well, see ya. But He didn't do that. He busted a move on Mark, and then he let Mark get back around him, and they drag race down the straightaway, and Mark Brigatti got the win. So
yeah,
whatever, it's fine.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just for fun. Formula One, still want to get one of these one day. They're so expensive for what they are. I mean, you can almost buy an 8-scale or a 4x4 off-road buggy for one of these things.
How much is one? $500?
Yeah, they're almost $500. And there's like way less carbon fiber on an F1 car than a 4x4.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ken McKenney took the win. Tony Cook was second. Jim Hungate was third. Mason Ebner was fourth. Mark Ebner was fifth. And Olin Hines qualified second but finished fifth. So Olin had a good qualifying run there. Then there's a whole bunch of 12 scales. That's not normal in the summertime. But these aren't really 8-scale on-road guys for the most part anyways. So Mike Clement got a TQ and win by a lap. Chris Tyler finished second. Kobe Krell was third. Jason Schald was fourth. Benjamin Fenton was fifth. And Jay Hines was sixth. And I think I had a Awesomatics sighting in the 12 scale. I think one of these guys had that Awesomatics 12 scale.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's like a $700 12 scale.
Is it really?
It's crazy how much money it is.
Yeah, and you got to have like 3 of them. Like you have to have like 3 12 scales, like one for practice, one for the first qualifier. Oh, you need 4.
Yeah.
You need one for practice when the track doesn't have enough grip yet. Then you need one for the first qualifier when the grip starts coming up. Then you need a third one for the second qualifier. And then you need a fourth one set up different for the main. Like you can't just show up and run one car. You need like 5 12 scales. You need 5 just in case you destroy one.
Yeah. Then you got Vintage Trans Am, and this was actually the biggest class of the day. It looks like there was 8 of them, and Tony Cook back to his winning ways here with Vintage. I think he dominated everybody last winter. Dennis Reardon was second. Jay Hines was third. Olin Hines was fourth. Your top 4 finished exactly how they qualified. Mark Ebner beat Barry Eveland, and then Rick Clement was 7th, and Jim Hungate looks like he didn't start. And then there was a GTE. Do you know what these are?
No.
They're these new Tamiya cars. They look like the electric F1, and they have an inboard suspension. I can't remember the name of the chassis for these, but it's a brand new chassis from Tamiya, and they're really cool looking. At the TCS race, I think they ran a 17.5 motor, which is really fast.
Single cell or 2 cell?
2 cell.
Oh, really? That's a lot of power for any 10 scale F1 car.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're not designed to go like anything faster than like a 25.5 or a 21.5.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it.
But if that car can handle it, I mean, that's pretty dang good.
I drove Tim's car. I mean, it drove pretty good. It wasn't really fast at the time. I think in this class, I think they're running 21.5, if I'm not mistaken. Dennis Reardon, though, took the win. Tim Ski was second. Barry Eveland was third. And Mark Ebner was fourth. And that is your weekend of racing at the Hobbyplex. Off-road, Family Friday off-road, Saturday Speed off-road, and the Triple Crown on-road series, because Tim does not have the imagination like I do and just calls it Triple Crown instead of something other than Triple Crown.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Yeah, get some scoops going there, buddy.
Not anything against. I'm not saying anything bad about Tim. I'm just saying that like Tim's just like, yep, it's a Triple Crown. Okay, cool. Where if I was coming up with it, I would have racked my brain for like a month trying to figure out some catchy name that signifies 3 races that's not Triple Crown like every other on-road or off-road Triple Crown race in the country.
Or horse race.
For horse race. Or any other race that has 3 races.
Yeah.
I hope that didn't sound douchey. I wasn't like.
No, it definitely did, but it's okay.
Okay, I wasn't crapping on Tim. I was just saying, hey, you know.
I'm kidding. No, you sound fine. You're fine.
Okay. All right, well, let's do a pivot lending break, and then we'll go through the chat and see if there's anything anything they want to talk about. And
let's go ahead and do that.
Then we'll finish her up because I got to go to the track tonight and tear up that tabletop and start building something new for this weekend.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Yeah! This is a Pivot Lending Update with David Olson and Don Zoller. Get some.
This is David Olson with Pivot Lending Group, and today is May 10th, 2021. And we want to talk about interest rates and where the market is today and where we kind of see the rates going potentially into second quarter, going into third quarter. Interest rates have moved up 50 basis points since the 1st of February. So we were on a 30-year, right at the beginning of February, we were close to 2.375 to 2.5, right in that range. We went as high as 3.375 about 3-4 weeks ago, and we're back down now to about 3% on the 30-year. So a lot of things that are kind of going and moving against low interest rates right now. We have obviously the infusion of capital into our economy within the last 12 months. We've pushed through and continuing to push through about $6 trillion in debt from the beginning of COVID through the last push. So there's a lot of money that's going to be coming into our economy, being printed up, and a lot of employment going on. And in combination with that, converging with the amount of money that's sitting on the sidelines right now. So all the families that, including mine, did not take a vacation last year and have just disposable income has been growing momentum in your savings accounts. You're going to see a lot of people taking that money off the sidelines and start purchasing things and doing things and kind of getting back to a somewhat normal life. And when we have the amount of money that we're going to be printing with the money that the government's borrowing and having convergence with that and the consumer spending that is happening, and then the final piece in that is payroll, in which we start to see payrolls going up and the job numbers coming down. And everywhere that I'm looking around in our different markets, there's just help wanted signs everywhere. Just driving in to do this recording, they were talking about the lack of employment in the service industry, and they just can't hire enough people right now to help. And they're getting crushed on Mother's Day because of the lack of employees to help in the service sector. So when we have those three things going against the rates, you're going to start to see inflation pop up. And the effects of inflation typically are in rear. So you're not, by the time that we start to see some of those numbers pushing higher, it's already been cooking for a little bit. And, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see rates over 4% in 12 months. We'll just have to kind of keep our eye on it. But that being said, rates are actually down a little bit here within the last week or so. It's a great time still to refinance. The rates are slightly higher, but still fantastic. When I jumped in the industry 27 years ago, prime was at 10. So, 3.5%, 4%, 5%, these are all still really great rates. If you're in a situation where you're looking to refinance just rate and term, you didn't take advantage of the market over the last year, we're lower, I should say, than where we were 2, 3, 4 years ago. So there's still a big advantage there. Cash out if you're looking to do some consolidation. My oldest is going off to college, so I'm thinking about that. If you're looking to take some cash out to pay for college or even do some home improvements, there's a lot of equity that's starting to grow in Omaha, and we've been watching this for several years in Colorado. Take some of that equity and double down on it and make the improvements that you need to your property. So the financial outlook for interest rates, obviously, we all know that they're going up. It's not if, it's when, and the when's happening right now. So this is a good time to lock in your rates before you kind of get caught on that next adjustment, I guess. If you have any questions on any of that, feel free to give me a call, 402-881-5951. Ask for David Olson or shoot me a text, 402-881-5951.
David Olson, NMLS 16099. Don Zoller, NMLS 277589. Pivot Lendy, NMLS 109995.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Did you see they officially released the J Concepts Firebird today? Drag body?
Yeah, I did. Thing looks good.
Yeah. I ordered tires last week for the regionals, and I'm like, hey, please, for the love of God, put me down for one of those. So I hope I get mine.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because I might have 2 drag cars here pretty soon. Might be getting the Losi one too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You're just gonna run whichever one's better.
Well, I kind of wanted to do like a shootout video.
Oh yeah.
You know, I could try it and see what I could come up with.
Well, do you still have the stock radio for the associated one, or did you sell it?
It's gone. Yeah, I don't have it. That yuck.
That would have been good to do with the video, though.
Yeah, but I'm getting the roller
doing both.
anyways.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm not going to get the RTR.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not going to get the RTR because that wouldn't be fair anyways. Because the RTR Losi one comes with a way bigger motor. I think it's like a 6700.
Oh,
so it's fine.
okay.
And then did you
Fine.
see?
Sorry, I brought it up.
No, don't be you. No. Did you see Jackson Anderson is now officially running for Team Associated?
Yeah. I've known.
Okay, you probably knew before he did.
Maybe. Yeah.
So, what does that give us? What does that give Omaha now officially? We've got you, Kyle, and Jackson.
Yep.
Is that it for Associated?
Yeah.
Wow.
Locally, yep, that would be it.
And then who do we got from TLR?
Aiden.
And Aiden. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Peter Renault just dropped a super chat before we start scrolling through. My 4-wheel drive isn't tracking straight at high speeds on the sidewalk. I think the front tire might be ballooning, maybe inconsistent gluing. He said he balanced it.
It could be. Well, on the sidewalk, your car's not going to have as much grip, so it's going to kind of torque steer anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Shaft cars
Like-
torque steer pretty bad.
Yeah. Yep. So that would be my first inkling, is that it's torque steering some, just because you don't have as much grip on concrete that you would with prepared dirt surface or carpet or whatever you run on.
Yeah, especially carpet.
Mm-hmm.
If a tire's out of balance, will that make your car? If one tire's out of balance, will that make it turn
It'd
one
have
direction?
to be like really bad, I think. I don't know. I balance my tires usually.
Yeah, I don't. Clearly, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they balance themselves.
Mm.
Boy, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. 4-wheel drive isn't tracking straight at high speed on the sidewalk.
Could be a bad bearing too.
Yeah,
You know, if you have a
maybe check the
bad bearing in
drivetrain.
one of your front spindles or a bound up drive shaft or something, that's going to make it dip out in the front and transfer power to the other side.
Or what about tie rods being different lengths? Like what if your front end and you set your toe, but one tie rod's slightly longer than the other one, and you're going in a straight line. Do you think that would make a difference? I know it does.
Well,
when you,
I mean,
know it does when
it
you
could
turn.
be. Yeah, no, it could. I mean, if it's not towed correctly, I mean, it's going to pull one way or the other. I mean, there's a lot of factors. It could be bump steer, like you transfer that weight back, and then the tires do weird stuff up front. Could be your ball studs need to be polished in front, and one's binding and not letting it transfer weight back correctly.
Yep.
There's a lot of little things that makes a car not drive straight.
Josh McMullen says Jackson Anderson's also looking for a Loctite sponsorship.
Oh, neat.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's not too many on here. Riley Filbert says, "Hey, Web Bros," and then he says, "I'm a Star Wars person myself." That goes back to when we got into a tangent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that makes sense because Riley kind of looks like a Wookiee with his long hair.
Yeah, maybe.
Woo, man. Still going down here. Bob Thorpe said Super Chip was awesome. I agree.
Yeah.
I kind
Oh
of felt weird, like I wanted to be there.
yeah.
I felt like I was this first time in a while where I felt like I was truly missing out on something.
Yeah.
And it was relatively close. Like Tulsa's relatively close.
Mm-hmm.
The Topeka race, in September. I mean, that's 3 hours away.
Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah. Josh McMullen wants to know, has Will been working on his list of old man things to say during 40 plus mod class?
There actually isn't a list. Those are all just off the cuff as I think of them while I'm in there.
Because you got New Balance shoes.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Get off my lawn, which is pretty normal.
Yeah.
I always bring up Old Country Buffet, even though I know that's not a thing anymore.
Country Kitchen Buffet. Yeah, that's a good one. There's the Cialis. That was one.
Rogaine.
Rogaine,
I mentioned
ibuprofen, carburetor tuning, solicitation, lawnmower blade sharpening, hover round scooters.
Oh, the hover round. Forgot about the hover round.
Yeah, jitterbug phones, life alert, Ben Gay. What was another sponsor of 40 plus? Stairmasters, those chairs that are like fixed to the wall so you can go up and down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Walk-in bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the walk-in bathtub.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, the walk-in bathtubs. I forgot about that.
Dude,
one.
screw that. Those look like they're freaking awesome, anyways.
Yeah, that'd be so dope.
Yeah,
just go right in there. Perfect place to sit while you're doing stuff.
We were talking about Gretchen and I were talking about redoing our bathrooms, the upstairs bathroom and the master bedroom, and then we wanted to put in a bathroom downstairs, so I quit peeing in the sink. And
dude, peeing in the sink is so liberating.
It kind of is. It helps your aim. I tell you that much. It helps your aim because I don't want to I try to clean up as little as possible because you got to pee in the sink, then you got to take the sprayer and spray it down so that there's no leftover pee. Otherwise, it'll smell really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, going off of that, but we're not going to do it now because the price of construction is so crazy that we're going to wait. We decided we're going to wait and see if the prices of everything comes down. But I want one of those showers that has multiple shower heads. Like you get that one, and then this one in the middle that sprays right at your chest, and then you get one down here that gets your legs. And I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah. We want to knock down the wall and extend out to the side of our house a little thing, and then put the bathroom, put the shower, put a bigger shower in there, whatever. But it's going to be a while now for that. Everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
John Haas, this is funny. He means no cash, sucker.
Okay. Oh yeah. I didn't think about what we were even talking about. It's like, oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that thing. Rod Case brought up because I bought myself a gardening hat to use during rock crawling days, so I don't get sunburnt anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Who is that hippie guy who walked to work, Alex?" That was Ron, man.
Yeah,
we used to have Ron. Yeah, Ron worked there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ron was funny because this one time that we had somebody grab and go.
Yeah,
they grabbed a Rustler. No, not a Rustler. A Revo, 1/16 scale Revo, literally right in front of him, and then dashed out the door. And he just turned to me and he goes, "Hey, Alex, man, That guy just left with the Revo. I was like, dude, like, you gonna do anything?
React.
Yeah.
Do something.
Oh, I did, man. I told you.
Is that what he said?
No, but that's what I imagine he would say. I'm a pacifist, man. I watched The Big Lebowski last night. It's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
God, I love that
Whenever
movie.
we get a new rug in the house, I always have to go, yeah, it really pulls the room together.
Yeah.
So you've actually seen that movie?
Oh my God, that's a movie I can. You know what's real? I don't know. Have I mentioned this before? I think I've mentioned this on the show before. Watch
How
The
much
Big
you hate
Lebowski.
the Eagles?
No, yeah,
Hate the
yeah.
Eagles.
I effing hate the Eagles, man. Get out of my cab. Blah, 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 blah. Watch The Big Lebowski in Spanish. It's funnier.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah, it's funnier because I know like most of the movie almost by heart, and watching it in Spanish is almost funnier than the real thing.
Didn't Bob Seger do that What Condition My Condition Is In song? Who did that song? It's the same guy that did that song, like, you gotta know when to hold 'em.
That's Kenny Rogers.
Know when to fold 'em. Kenny
That's-
Rogers. Okay. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. It's the same guy.
You don't count your money when you're sitting at the table. My parents loved Kenny Rogers, so I know a lot of Kenny Rogers.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I actually saw one of my earliest memories of seeing Kenny Rogers in concert at the Civic Center. He used to throw tambourines out into the crowd.
Did you get one?
No, but I remember it.
Yeah. That's such an obscure instrument to throw into
A tambourine? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, all right, who wants a triangle?
Gretchen and I used to go to the Max here in Omaha, the dance club, and it was a gay dance club. But if you went to go for it.
I've been there before.
Okay.
I went with one of my homosexual friends.
There were
My gay
two.
friends.
There were two dance floors, and if you went on one dance floor, you saw a lot of stuff you didn't want to see. If you went to the other dance floor, it was much more mellow, a lot less of that stuff that you didn't want to see if you were hetero.
Hey, or you might be on the right dance
Yeah,
floor.
who knows?
You know what
But
I'm
anyways,
saying?
there was always the same guy. There was always the same guy, and they had these pedestals, and you could jump on a pedestal if there was room and you wanted to, and you could get up there. And the same guy every single time we went there had a tambourine and a glow stick.
Yeah.
And he'd just
Yeah.
bang it together.
I danced on one of those.
I did too. I did right before there was a lot of people there. Gretchen and I got there once kind of early, and there wasn't too many people there. And
You were there during happy hour?
yeah, basically. Anyways, John Haas says Casey's throws away so many donuts daily. Employees aren't even allowed to take them home to friends and family. Well, that's weak. I hate that rule. A lot of food places have that rule. It's really stupid. Okay, here we go. So Jason Haley wanted to know, does Slash have to be spec? What about Traxxas parts, just like Tamiya? So the Hobbyplex stock Slash rule is you can change the body, you can change the radio. You can't change anything else. Nothing else.
Yeah.
It's purely
What
by
battery you have to use?
You can use a 2-cell LiPo.
Okay.
You can use a stock 7-cell if you have it, or use a 2-cell LiPo.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else has to stay stock.
Yeah.
Basically, no hop-ups. There's no reason to.
Mm-hmm.
We did that last time. I had my Slash for like 6 months. I never even worked on it and had a good time. Raced it.
Yeah.
I think I broke a top shaft once. You know how those top shafts break?
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be it. Let me see what else we got. We didn't mention Viagra.
That's kind of Cialis.
Oh, is Cialis the same thing?
I mean, I don't know. They're boner pills. I mean, I gotta go through and name them all. Extends. Let me get my credit card receipt here.
I honestly didn't know Cialis. I didn't know Cialis was that. I had no idea. I thought it was like a hair growing drug or something.
No, it's boner pills, dude.
Oh, this is funny.
It's like
the Flowbee.
when the Flowbee?
Remember that?
No.
It would
what is
cut your hair and suck it at the same time.
Oh, the suck cut?
The suck cut. Yes.
It definitely does suck.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wow. They're still talking about Peter's. Here. Peter Renault put this too. So Rod had mentioned venting the rubber, but Peter said he didn't vent the rubber because the tracks near me are so dusty. So he didn't. He hasn't vented the tire yet.
Yeah, vent the outside because then the dust should come out. Like if you do it like in the carcass or whatever, like here, if you do it there, it should sling all the dirt out.
Yeah.
That's like an old 8 scale thing. Like,
yeah.
Like you used to not. That's why like Proline wheels for 8 scale used to not come with holes punched in the wheel. I don't know if they do or not anymore, but because you'd vent the tire and like the carcass of the tire instead of the wheel, so all the stuff would sling out of the wheel. Because then like on a like let's say you're at the Silver State race. I mean that's a loamy dirt, loose dirt track. You get a bunch of that dirt in your wheels, like that's going to get pushed into the holes and screw your inserts up. So you do the outside so it can come out.
Yeah. Plus, if you don't vent them that way, sometimes the closed cell foam can act as a barrier, and so you build up air pressure in there.
Yeah, like you'll definitely like your car will bounce and do weird stuff when it lands. Like if you vent the tire. Because I do 2 holes on the sidewall and I do 2 holes in the carcass, and it just vents everything. There's no way anything can get sealed up. So.
Yep. Rod. Okay, we're almost to the end here. Rod says he's got a Big Lebowski mouse pad. That's a rug. And remember Bunny's toe as a keychain. He'll have to show us.
That's funny.
That's pretty cool. John Haas says, last time I went to the Max, this dude tried to grab his junk, rejected it, saw it coming.
Nice.
That didn't happen to me. I guess I'm not attractive to that side of the fence.
Dude, I got hit on the entire time I was there. It was great. I felt so good about myself afterwards.
That didn't ever happen to me, ever.
Really?
Yeah.
You're probably just ugly.
I guess I am.
I'm just kidding.
Or maybe I just flow. Maybe I have this aura of heterosexuality about me.
Maybe. Could have fooled me though.
Yeah. Brian P says, can you use the Slash Ultimate? No, you cannot, because we're talking about 2-wheel drive. A Slash Ultimate would go into Pro 4 short course truck, which is also available at the STS, which I recommend you guys all come out and do.
Huh.
And that's it. That's all the comments I got. And we had one super chat from Peter. I hope we were able to steer you into some things to look at there with that one. And with that, we got that. So I don't know. I think we're done. I think I'm going to go home real quick and eat something, and then I'm going to head to the track and see how far I can get tonight before working on it all day tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Yep, it's a plan. I've been building my backyard rock crawler course. I've gotten quite a bit done in the last 2 days. Kind of excited about it. So, but it all comes to a screeching halt now that I'm actually back to working on the track again.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Anything else?
Man, not that I can think of. I'm looking at all my old RC10 GT parts here. And I put a flywheel on my engine, even though it's not the flywheel I'm going to use, but doesn't matter, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to put this into something.
Yeah. John Haas, one more. He wants to know, so track is closed until Friday at 4. Nope. Track should be open Wednesday and Thursday. I should be able to get everything I want to do done tomorrow. Yeah, by the end of the day tomorrow. But that's why we don't have any crawling tomorrow, and that's why the track is closed tomorrow. So, okay. Well, that's it. Yeah, we'll get out of here. As always, this show is brought to you by Pivot Lending Group. You can find them at pivotlending.com. Mention our show to Don Zoller or Aiden Olson's dad. And if you get through with a refinance or home loan, you can get a $500 lender credit or 0.125 off your interest rate. And yeah, actually, we used Pivot. We just got done a month ago. We're all refinanced, so there you go. Also, I believe Alex Vanderbeek might be on Hobbyplex After Hours this week.
Oh, nice.
I think he's coming over, or he said he was going to try. So,
okay,
we might have Alex Vanderbeek in the man cave for a couple hours.
That'd be cool.
Yep, I got to rebuild a diff, and I'm going to glue another set of tires. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So.
You're still running that same... No, you got a new car since then, so never mind.
Yep. Okay, well, we're going to go. And thank you guys for tuning in. I think at one point we had like 27, 28 on here, so that's pretty
nice.
Awesome. And,
does our offer still stand if we get how many? Like 50?
50. I want to see us get 50 at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I think the highest we've ever had is like 32 or 33.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I don't know if it just has something to do with the algorithm or what, but...
I don't think we'll hit that during the summer. I bet this winter we'll hit it.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, either way. The playbacks are good. We usually have, I think the last show we did has more than 200 playbacks on YouTube.
Nice.
That's not too bad.
We need to start doing commercials.
Yeah, I know. So, okay. All right. We're really going to go this time.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.